Okay, so I'm standing on the Sarre Penn, and we are in West Triangle Wood. What a stunning place. The birdsong is riotous, and it's about 5 o'clock, or whatever time it is, in the afternoon. There's mistletoe right above me, ivy. That's a mistake, that's only ivy, no mistletoe. There's a super ash next to me here. Again, a very tall ash, can't quite reach it, there it is, growing out of the bank. There's alder, not alder, there's hazel. There's an old birch that's fallen over here, a silver birch. There's an oak that's got ivy so wonderfully encrusted, it's almost like an ivy tree. And then there's the wee tunnel that I remember my kids splashing through in their wellies. It gets quite filled in the winter when it's really flowing. At the moment it's a steady trickle, and it does dry up. So this stream, the Sarre Penn, has for many, many years now, it dries into pools in the height of August and into September. And it's kind of now pretty normal for it to dry into pools. Historically, that wasn't so. Historically, even in my visits over the last 20 years of coming out here, I remember in the summer, this was the kind of thing it was looking like in late August, mid to late August. Now, this is what it looks like in June. Now, some people might ascribe that to shifting weather patterns, etc., etc., but actually it seems to have been rainier here over the last few years, especially this last year. But actually, there's a lot of evidence suggests there's a lot of extraction happening. Now, let's just talk about this, because this is really important. This is the stream that apparently will provide the water for the new dam in Broad Oak. That's also in the local plan. Now, this will never fill that. There's no way on earth it'll fill it. I mean, that's like trying to fill your bath with a teaspoon. It's impossible. It won't happen. And in fact, it wouldn't happen anyway, because filling your bath with a teaspoon implies that it slowly accumulates. But of course, a dam is not designed to accumulate. It's designed to be in flow because people use the water. So the plans, as they appear to be, but again, it's been impossible to have any scrutiny of these plans, is that there would be water brought up from the Great Stour, presumably as it flows through Canterbury. I have not seen these plans, but of course, if you're going to be starting extracting water from a already impoverished chalk stream, one of those rare chalk streams, found only in southern England, all over the world, they're very, very precious ecosystems. So if you're going to be unable to fill it from the Sarre Penn, and you're going to be pulling up water from the already critically problematised Great Stour, it's unviable. It can never happen. Now, why hasn't there been a discussion about that? Well, who are they trying to kid? Again, this is not the university, this is a different plan, this is not C12, but this is all part of that same overall vision of development. Yes, we know that we're water stressed, but if we're water stressed, what we should be doing is presenting viable reasons why not to build endless new housing developments, which are not needed. If we were addressing the housing needs, we would be building brownfield, smaller units, more concentrated units in the urban areas, with greater connectivity, all connected to that. We wouldn't be building them out as satellites, such as they did in the 1980s or earlier. This doesn't work. This little stream is a very precious resource, obviously ecologically, obviously environmentally and everything, but also just in relation to the gathered of the water. This is the water that flows down off the Bleed. It needs all the protection it can get. It doesn't need a road going over it. A road. Think of all the tyre. It's a big problem they're having all over the world, but especially in Britain when you see all the particulates that are coming off the tyres. Now I drive, and it's a sad state of the reality. But at the same time, we know already the impact that would have if you had a road there. It would also be disconnecting this bit of woodland, which luckily is so-called preserved, bless them. It's had a stay of execution, but actually that won't. It'll sever its connection with the long thin wood. It would be, if a road came down through that field, cutting through the long thin wood, it would sever the connection. That is connectivity severed. And this is very precious. This is very, very important. Sorry, there are lots of different issues there, all coming at the same time.